Period. Pull up, it's about to go up. Show love, we coming and you know us. It's a vibe and it's fresh on your mind. Breaking hot, top to slide. You know what we like, yeah. Get up, you don't wanna miss us. In the mix, it's official. It's official. Big facts, no cap. Where you at? Yeah. It's time to kick back. It's the mix.
Welcome to the mix, y'all. We got a huge show for y'all tonight. Prince Jackson, son of legendary king of pop Michael Jackson, will be getting into the mix with us tonight. He'll be telling us all about his organization called Healed LA. But first, without further ado, we missed her so much. It's like my little sis, the Pisces queen. Everybody, welcome our girl, Miss Zonnique, back to the show.
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Zonnique, what up? Did you miss us?
Yeah, I missed y'all. Oh, wait.
See,
can y'all hear me?
There she go.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had a lot of technical difficulties. Y'all know, like, I'm fresh back. Y'all, I missed y'all so much. I've been watching y'all. I told y'all I was jealous. Like, I be wanting to tune in. I was commenting to y'all. Y'all wasn't reading my comments. I'm just so happy to be back in the mix.
Yeah.
Yo, we love that energy.
You already know we missed you and your energy, like Romeo said, since you've been gone.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you shared your beautiful baby girl, our niece. Her little name is Hunter, which I think is adorable. I love it. And I just want to know how you came up with it.
So, I actually came up with her middle name, which is Zoelle, and my mom came up with the name Hunter. Y'all know my mom she loves making up names. As y'all know all my siblings' names. They're all, a little out there. And she came up with Hunter. She's like, she's going to be cute. Like Hunter would be cute for a little girl, like if she's really cute.
Dang, I like Hunter.
If she's really cute.
Yeah, she said she's really cute. Like she's really
gonna be cute.
Hunter is gonna be cute for her. I'm like, as much as I really like Zoelle, everybody was like voting for Zoelle, and she was just going so hard about it. And I was one who was like, I really actually like Hunter, so I let her.
Yeah,
it's a cute.
It is a really cute name.
That's a beautiful name.
It is. But Zonnique, we're so happy to have you back. I had to pull out the red wine tonight because I was like, I know she's about to bring the energy.
Red wine?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You got jazz.
Let me sip on some water.
Let
Let me sip on some water.
You'll drink that, Zo. Hey.
It's not filled yet, but it says Mama's Wine. So, I'm about to fill it up for Jazz because she's not about to drink by herself tonight.
Period.
But look, you guys, I got to jump right into it because the Grammys were on Sunday night and there's so much to talk about. There were many winners and amazing performances, and Lil Baby fully redeemed himself from All-Star Weekend. He delivered the most powerful performance of the night. But what performances stuck out to you guys? My favorite was Lil Baby and The Baby with Roddy Ricch. So what was you guys?
Yeah, I would definitely say Lil Baby was my favorite of the night just because the message was so powerful, even though they tried to limit what he could say. But also that WAP performance with Megan and Cardi, I was like, go off. I was into it, let me tell you.
Listen, when I was watching that performance, I was like, is this the BET Uncut?
Uncut.
I was like, they showed this on CBS? I was very surprised, happily surprised, but I saw WAP in the air, WAP on the bed, WAP on the floor. I was like, damn, this is crazy. And Trevor Noah was like, this is what we do in Grammys? This is what
the Grammys are about now? Is this who we are?
Grammys had it lit.
Okay.
Hey, I gotta agree. Lil Baby performance was powerful. I think, everybody was trying to talk trash about him on the basketball court, but he's not a basketball player. He's a rapper, and he's an amazing rapper, and you see why he's so successful. But also, what's shorty named Dua? She was dope. Dua Lipa?
Yeah,
Yo, Dua Lipa look like
I'm so mad at you. What did you call it?
Dua Lipa? Bro,
It's the
I'm
leap
just saying. She like a little Victoria's Secret model up there singing. She got talent though.
Yeah,
she dope.
yeah. They love her.
Yeah, I definitely love her.
What
about
Megan Thee
Doja
Stallion,
Cat? I'm
Tim?
sorry.
What
Hold on, y'all. Doja Cat had an amazing performance.
I'm obsessed.
I love Doja Cat too.
I am obsessed.
I feel like though with Doja, I like Doja, but I kind of feel like she's still just like a little bit canceled, and I hate the cancel culture.
Oh,
all that stuff. I love her, but I just want to know for the fans back there. I want to know, is she still kind of? No.
Oh, she passed that. Nah, she passed it, Tom. She a superstar.
Okay.
Yeah, she's talented. She's very talented. Like Romeo said, she's a superstar. I wasn't even thinking of that when I saw her perform. But I mean, let's talk about the baby for a minute. Like,
let's not forget
him in the white suit doing the orchestra and all that. I was like, look at him go! I love it. I thought it was so creative.
She said, "Look at my baby."
Right.
I love that.
Well, let's talk about Meg. Since we went to the baby, went to her baby. So let's go to my baby, Meg Thee Stallion. She won a couple Grammys herself that were well deserved with the year that she had, man. But the biggest news was on the award was when she didn't win, which was the Record of the Year award, which was crazy. And Billie Eilish took home the award for the second year in a row. But during her acceptance speech, she stated that she was really embarrassed that Megan deserved the award because Billie thought she had a year that was unstoppable, which we all thought. So now the internet is saying this is nothing new, and this year is just the latest in the Grammys trend of white musicians taking home the big awards. Like when Macklemore, he beat Kendrick, and Adele beat Beyonce. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think that the Grammys are rigged? Do y'all think that Billie Eilish deserved to win that big award of the night?
I don't know if y'all hear Billie Eilish songs because I don't know what y'all listen to, but she is so talented.
I've got everything I wanted.
Period, Romeo.
Okay. Period. I agree.
No, but
Look at Romeo's little bop. Look his little bop.
Yo, first of all, mood. Romeo, make that a meme. Someone and
that's a meme.
Hey, Jazz. Wait, Jamie, before you get to your point, I'm stuck at the airport right now, and I may have had 3 drinks, Jazz. You're not alone.
Yes.
Not
Y'all not about to leave me behind.
I know. I'm over here with like a bottle of water. Like I'm trying to be all like health conscious.
Anton, me and you be on the same page. What are we doing?
Exactly. What's going on? We usually are the only ones drinking too.
Right. Oh yeah.
But Jamie, so like you said at the beginning, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the Billie Eilish song, but that's a flaw in myself because all I listen to honestly is hip hop and R&B. So I definitely have to expand. But what I will say, I think when she got up there, I mean, I've heard about how talented she is. So I feel like when she got up there, it was kind of a slap in her face to her fans. That's how I felt, to say, you're embarrassed. Megan should have got it.
Yeah.
I just felt like your fans get you to that point. Then I looked up and I saw that she's only 19. So I said, well, that may play a part in it, the teenage angst in a sense. But I think, that she shouldn't have said that, really. Megan walked away with 3 Grammys. So take this moment and really say thank you to your fans to get you there.
Oh, I think also because I know she's 19 and I'm 19 and I'm like the youngest among you guys, and she was the youngest amongst like the artists at the Grammys.
Right.
I kind of understand wanting to respect like people that are older than you and people you
exactly
and kind of always make sure you give them their roses and be like, listen, I appreciate this award, which is what she said. She did say she appreciated it and she thanked everyone. But she was like, Megan had an untoppable year, which is true. So I think at the same time, she was accepting the award, but still trying to be like, listen, I kind of like know my place almost. And I know I'm young. So I still know there are people out there that have these great careers.
Look, guys. Go ahead. So welcome back.
Welcome back.
I get
I like the turn Romeo. I like the turn Romeo.
Turn Romeo. Hi.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let me get my point in because Romeo just, he let me say what I got. He want me to say what I got to say. So I feel like I agree with you, Jazz. but I mostly agree with Jamie. I love Billie Eilish. I don't really just listen to her music, but I have listened to it and realized how talented she is. Like, she's such a young artist and she's so talented. And I feel like she did like her own Kanye West moment. Like, you remember how Kanye was like, oh, Beyonce deserved the award?
Yeah.
Like, she just did it to herself. So I was like, oh, okay, like, I'm with that. Like, she was like, oh, okay, let me be Kanye and let me be Taylor Swift at the same time. I was with it.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like where you
No. And look, I gotta say this before I get into this next piece. Numbers don't lie. You know, I think sometimes we always make it about black and white, and that's not the case. Billie definitely put on. Like, she did. If you go look at numbers, she had 317 million streams on Spotify versus Meg's 281 million. So number wise, she put in a lot of work. And like you said, Jazz, her fans was really, they was supporting her. And even if we take it back to Adele, that Adele album was crazy. Y'all remember the Hello?
Yeah.
People was like, you remember the Lionel Richie?
These
Like,
vocals right now are really
It's the
giving me-
vocals.
but let me give y'all some numbers about that. Adele in the US, she did 9 million sold versus Beyonce 2 million sold to Lemonade.
I don't believe it. I don't believe those
Yeah,
numbers.
in the US,
There's no way Lemonade did 2 million to 9. I don't believe that.
it was you ever remember it was a pop-up album? You don't remember it was a pop-up?
Yeah, it was.
I just can't believe that. I just can't believe that Beyonce Lemonade only did 2.
All right, Anton, I got to get to the next subject, okay? We'll come back to that. But look, I want to switch it up because next week, my little brother, Hersey Miller, will be choosing which university he'll be continuing his education at and taking his basketball skills to next year. Now, he has a very hefty list of offers from many great schools. And, you know, I don't envy the choice he's going to have to make, but he's worked hard. You know, he's earned it. But I just want to be a part of it. My brother haven't even told me what school he want to go to next to help him get to the next level. But the kid got game. He got some great options from both of the LA schools, USC, UCLA. Y'all know I'm a Trojan, fight on. You know, our home state, LSU, offered him even a couple HBCUs, you know, Tennessee State, Morgan State in there. But I want to ask y'all, before he make this commitment, where do y'all think my little brother is going to go? And what's a deciding factor for you choosing a school?
I say USC, not because I go there. I'm like biased or anything. Like,
not me. I'm not biased either. Just fight on.
Saying I know USC is a really good school. It's fun. He would still be in LA. I don't know if that's important to him, but you know, I think that would be cool.
Okay,
You know,
so we got USC.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, let's just go straight to Jamie because I never thought about going to college. Like, I don't even know what you have to do to get in there at this point. Like, I never tried. So
No, but what I was gonna say, being a student athlete myself, I want him to go to a program that's gonna elevate him and take him to the next level. You know, he's already a superstar, but when you go on these visits, because I went on a couple visits myself, and what really was a deciding factor for me is, are you gonna uplift me and build your program around me? And I think your brother, he's such a star that those are the type of conversations he should be looking at the schools to have. We want to build our program around you because he's going to be a freshman. So build him up. So I would love to see him go to HBCU, but I mean,
you took mine. I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
If you want to turn up, I
yeah.
thought HBCUs be turned up.
Oh, they lit.
We do.
Might get a little sidetracked in there now.
But also too, like I remember your dad saying that we need to invest more in all of our HBCUs. So it would be really beautiful to see his son go to an HBCU. You know, it would have a lot of publicity. So it would really help the HBCUs. I would love
It'd be very big for my brother's a 4-star athlete, you know, so that'd be a big deal for him to just go to HBCU because a lot of those kids go to these bigger schools, LSU, UCLA. But he's watching this, so thank y'all for the advice. And like you said, Jazz, a big importance is whoever believes in you, that's where you got to go. Follow your heart.
Exactly. But you know, no matter what he chooses, we wish him nothing but the best. But we do have to take a quick break, but when we come back, we have Michael Jackson's son in the house, you guys. Can you believe it?
I'm so excited. And let me tell you, I'm going to say it now. I'm so excited. Keep going.
Man.
We will be joined by Prince Jackson next, so keep it right here on Fox Soul, you guys.
That's right.
Welcome back to the Mix. Our guest today comes from entertainment royalty. If there was a first family of music and entertainment, it would be the Jacksons. Our guest tonight is the son of one of the greatest artists and philanthropists of all time, but he's carving his own name out as a humanitarian and aspiring director. Now, he doesn't do interviews too much, so this is a very special night, okay? Everyone, please help me welcome Prince Jackson to the Mix. Prince, thank you so much for joining us. How are you tonight, my brother?
Great. Thank you so much for that awesome intro. I feel like I'm but I'm doing fantastic. How's everybody?
Doing
Good.
Great.
Bless,
Great.
bless.
We are just so happy to have you here tonight. And I just want to say, I don't think a lot of people realize, because I just learned this today, that your name is actually Michael Jackson Jr., but you go by Prince. So why do you choose not to go by Michael Jackson Jr.?
So, it all started when I was born. I don't know how much time I got, but I'll try to get through.
We here.
As much time as you want.
As Prince, but then when my brother was born, a lot of people called him, he was called Blanket, but that's not his actual name on his birth certificate. So his name is Prince Michael Joseph II, and my name became Michael Joseph Jackson Jr. And when I went to college at LMU, it just was like easier for me to say Mike instead of Prince, because I felt like it would attract a lot less attention, especially when the professor was calling out roll call or something, So,
oh God,
I just thought, But, I just switch it. It's one and the same. Sometimes Mike is nice for the anonymity, but I also take a lot of pride in that because that's obviously my father's name, so I'll wear that.
Yeah,
it's a badge.
I kind of relate to you in that. When I was in school, they'll be like Percy Miller, and I'm down south, and everybody knew my pops Percy Miller. So that's how I came with the name Lil Romeo. I went with Lil Romeo instead of Lil P because I was just known as Romeo. And it was that same situation where it just caused that extra attention that you don't need.
Exactly. It can detract from your focus.
Exactly.
Sure.
Okay, can I just say that, like, for the entire day, I have been listening to Michael Jackson's music. I've been dancing to his music. You would think that I was Michael Jackson reborn, okay? Like, he's literally, his energy is all over my space right now. So I just had to say that. I love him. I'm a huge fan. I'm so thankful that you took the time to, like, interview with us, because I know you don't do many interviews. So we're really grateful
for you guys having me on. And I would love to hear when people listen to my dad's music. It makes me feel good. The message live.
You got to tell us, like, what was it like growing up in such an iconic family? Like, were you aware that your father was as famous as he was, like the most famous person in the world?
Yeah.
I don't know, Kat.
A lot of people ask me this question, and I think it comes off, people are like, oh, it was an aha moment where it just kind of clicked and everybody was like, oh, my family's famous. But it's really more like, there was little seeds as I was growing up and getting older, and I saw, that people would follow us around. People would just want to reach out and touch my dad. But it was really when I was like maybe around 10 or 11 in the Middle East, when I was watching a video of my father performing. And I don't remember the name of the tour. I believe it may have been the History Tour, but he's performing outside and you see this just sea of people, and there's people fainting in the audience. And I asked my dad, I'm like, why are they fainting? I see you every day and I don't faint. Message, and his music and the way he performed. So that if there was an aha moment or a moment where it really clicked, it was that I had that resonation that people really, loved my father.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's crazy because obviously you love your father, like he, raised you. And so you're kind of like, Dad, why are these people like feigning? Like you're just, a regular guy in my mind, which I think is amazing. So, I mean, growing up with your father, like how was that? And like, how close are you with your family now?
Well, I mean, I can't say enough great things, obviously, about the time that I spent with my father. And then with my cousins, my grandmother, my other cousin, TJ, it's just, I love the idea that I have such a big family and have such a big support group. When I was living with my dad, music is something that's kind of just present, obviously, within my family and just within the household. It's something that echoes through the halls of the house. Either someone's singing or you can hear somebody doing a little beat. And that was with my father. That was with my cousins. And it just kind of, music just echoes through the house,
Yeah.
That's cool.
Tired of it?
Yeah.
You're like, can you just turn the music down for like 2 seconds? I'm trying to do some work. Like, please.
No.
No.
I don't think anybody.
Yeah, nah.
No.
So I just have to know, being that Michael Jackson was known for being a lover of all music and a pioneer in introducing new artists and genres to the forefront, what kind of music did you listen to growing up?
Well, I mean, you hit it kind of right on the head. You know, he exposed us to all genres and really wanted to know the forefront. So we listened to a lot of like the radio and the top 100s, top 10s, but also a lot of the classics like classical music, Mozart, Beethoven. Now, I can't tell you the names of the songs, but like, you know, I enjoy a classic Adagio for strings, one of my dad's favorites. You know? So there really wasn't a genre that we didn't listen to. You know, he was an artist and he had an appreciation for his craft. And I think whether it was all genres, opera to country and everything in between, there was this appreciation for that work that goes into this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So did you and your siblings do what we did back in the day, what we all did, and dance around to your dad's music video?
What I was doing today, all day.
Yeah, exactly.
Today, yes.
I mean, of course, I haven't actually met someone who has it, to be honest.
Right.
And it's always great to hear. But my favorite memory is I have one of my sister. And my brother was in the room, but it was my sister and I, and we were worked up about like saving the animals. And we did a protest in our bedroom listening to They Don't Care About Us. We're like, no, it's just
That's awesome.
So most of your family are singers and musicians. Did you ever think of becoming an artist yourself?
If I did, my family would be very honest and tell me that it's not for you. I don't have the voice for singing, and it took me a while to learn what a beat was, but I got that down at least. I just can't dance.
Okay, wait. So you are telling us that you have never moonwalked, or you cannot moonwalk?
Tried it, and I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna moonwalk. Maybe we'll have like a big event, you know. But like, I do need to work on my moonwalk. It's not worth it.
The money I would pay to see you do that moonwalk. I feel like Michael would just give you that energy. He would be like smiling down, passing it along to you. It's in your blood.
Do it right. I gotta get some practice in, you know. Then I'll just surprise everybody with it.
That's all.
Let us know when you want to do that, because we all will be tuning in, okay?
Yeah, no, and I love that. I gotta give you and your family your roses, because your pops was a big influence. Your pops was one of the main reasons I made music. I made history because of your pops. My first single, My Baby, I remixed the Jackson 5, and that's what I used to listen to as a kid. And I still remember meeting your pops. I performed for him at Madison Square Garden right before 9/11 happened, the tragedy in New York. And we was at Madison Square Garden. And he literally, like, your pops listened to everything. He knew my dad rap songs. My dad, a gangster rapper from down south. And he was singing Master P songs to my dad. And he even knew my music. And it was just a moment where I knew, like, I could do this. Like, you know, Michael definitely gave me like that green light that anything's possible. And you never know who you're inspiring. I remember performing on that stage and he was singing my song with me. So you definitely, you come from a great, amazing man, and he definitely inspired me to be where I'm at today. But with that being said, you didn't get the music bug, but your sister Paris did. And you actually directed her video. How was that? Because I know my little sister's always like, I want to do a video, and they have this sexy side. I'm like, I didn't know about that. So you found out anything, or had any surprises directing your sister?
So when we were putting together this project, and it was one of her first, like, I guess, you know, songs that she wanted to come out with, it's, you know, it's difficult to be vulnerable with yourself. And I think when I first saw my sister sing, I knew this is what she needed to do. So I just wanted to help her out, make sure that I could be of assistance and, you know, take on that big brother, like, protective role to make sure that I could just help it go along as smoothly as possible. And so Geronimo is actually the first song I ever heard her sing. And we thought that we were going to do a music video to that. And it ended up being Glorious for Your Look. And when we were working together, I saw a side of my sister that I had never seen before, which was her professional work side. I was worried that she was going to be late. She was going to be sleeping in. because whenever I hang out with her as brother and sister, you know, it's very important. But she showed up on time, you know, and she was very to the point. And she also, like my dad, she has a vision in how she wants things to play out. And like just with the music video that I did with her, she was very involved in the selection of her wardrobe and the color palette because it has to match her vibe, you know, and that really puts off a certain energy, and she wanted to really be in control of that. And even her follow-up music video, the the name is forgetting me or leaving me, but it was I loved the music video. I wasn't involved in it professionally. I got to see it made, but her idea behind it when she first told me, that's like very dark, you know what I mean? I don't see that coming by, or getting across properly. And when she showed it to me, like the first edit, I ate my words. It was beautiful. You know, it was fantastic.
I've seen those music videos. I've seen one of your sister's music videos, and it was just wow. But you know, super
talented, love pairs for real.
Super talented. But we're gonna bring it right back to you because I saw on your Instagram that you are super into motorcycles, which I think is so cool.
I know, I seen that.
I'm way too terrified to ride a motorcycle. Let me tell you, my balance is just not it. But I want to know where your passion for motorcycles came from.
Well, it's interesting because I feel like it's a culmination of factors. But I was told when I was younger, if I would be on a plane, I was crying. My dad would put me on the floor of the plane because the engine would kind of like lull me to sleep. And then when I got older and we would drive, the engine of the car would do the same thing. And then I learned to drive and I realized I could control it. And then you learn to drive in LA. Who doesn't see bikes lane splitting? You got to deal with the traffic. Right. And then I learned how to drive stick shift and I realized I had even more control. And then I was like, motorcycling is next, you know? And another thing is too, it does play a factor in it, is I really love the Speed Demon music video. But, you know, it's obvious. It's too obvious of a connection, but it's in the song when you hear the engine revving. I feel like that really invigorates your soul. You know what I mean? That makes you want to get out and go. I can't ride with that music because it's too aggressive, but like it is very inspiring.
I could just imagine the wind in your hair, listening to your music. I wish. I might have to teach me how to ride a motorcycle because that seems like so.
Get him to take you on a ride one day, James.
Period. Let's do it. I'm so down.
Okay, well, listen. While they talk about getting on a motorcycle, we got to take a quick break. But Prince Jackson, Mike, will be back with us to tell us all about his Heal LA initiative. So listen, don't go anywhere, okay? Because the vibes, they continue right here, man, on Fox Soul.
Yeah.
So come back.
Welcome back, guys. We are here with Prince Jackson, the son of the one and only King of Pop, Michael Jackson. So Prince, you have a great organization called Heal LA. Can you tell everyone a little bit about it?
I'm going to try not to take up too much of you guys' time.
We love it. Take up our time.
All of it.
Is a foundation that a friend of mine from LMU, John Muto, and I had actually set up as a student organization. And it was inspired by my father's Heal the World Foundation. And this is such a great story for me. And I also appreciate you talking about how you were inspired by my father, Romeo, because John Muto approached me in the middle of the night. It was kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie, but it turned out to be great. But he came up and he said he really was a fan of my dad and he wants to do a student organization that deals with charity and children in like his honor. And I've had a lot of stuff like this kind of pitched to me with usually ulterior motives. So I told John, I really want to see this in writing. And get it back to me and we'll get this thing going. And he went, and a week later, same place, same time, he found me.
Same time. Wait, same time?
Wait, hold on.
And he presented me with this booklet, and this booklet had basically a layout for what the LMU student organization Heal Los Angeles would be. And back then our mission was to help end child hunger, child abuse, and homelessness in the Los Angeles area. We'd had a lot of great projects and a lot of great experiences. I really like that we got to expose a lot of LMU students. Some of them were international students. Some of them were local, to a different side of life that they have not been aware of. And it just helped develop that conversation for compassion and empathy for, our fellow Angelinos. And then when John and I graduated, we decided it was time to take this into its own nonprofit sector. And then we became the Heal Los Angeles Foundation. And now we focus on co-curricular educational activities for inner city youth. And it is inspired both by the experiences that my father gave me through my childhood and my upbringing with him, and also through John Mudo's, like what he's been inspired by my father and his philanthropic giving, because that's John Mudo's passion. You know, he works at the Dodgers Foundation, and this is something that he's felt very passionate about because of his inspiration from my father. So it's really in all these programs that we try to bring to the community, I try to layer in the lessons that my father taught me and that I feel like I've benefited from and that I still carry with me to this day. And also life experiences that I felt I'm fortunate enough to have that are developmental for someone's character and just, you know, in the building blocks of becoming a better human.
That's amazing.
So the first program that we've actually officially started. Sorry?
We were all
that's incredible.
Thank you. Yeah.
Man, and look, I'm not gonna put you on blast. We neighbors, so I'm gonna say which community I live in. One of my neighborhoods, we neighbors in there, and I love what you're doing. I'm gonna have to link up with you on some stuff. But during the pandemic, your organization has helped provide over 18,000 meals, and you delivered over 1,200 meals to healthcare workers working in 25 hospitals in the Los Angeles area. I got to ask you this, because me and my family, we do everything for philanthropy to give back to our community. How does it feel knowing you've helped your community during this unprecedented time?
It makes me feel great, but to be honest, it's what I'm here for. You know, there was.
Wait, can we get a round of applause? Gets it, baby.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
For real.
Absolutely.
There was a time where everybody was confused and really didn't know what was going on, but we have to be a beacon of hope for people, and we're here to help people. So we had to, you know, pull up our bootstraps and figure out what was the best way that we could. And when the pandemic happened, there was a food shortage, and a lot of less fortunate families who relied on food donations to local food banks were unable to actually have access to these meals. So based off of my upbringing, I really like the community of having a family meal. You know, I think that's important, especially nutrition. So we wanted to make sure that we were able to provide nutritional meals to these people, not just junk or garbage, whatever we could find. So we have a great partnership with the Fresh and Lean organization, and they make these perfect, like ready to eat meals that are proportionate and balanced. We partnered with Yamashiro to deliver the bento boxes for our healthcare heroes, because they're risking and sacrificing a lot to help us get through this pandemic. So wanted to show our appreciation for them as well. And then
Yamashiro is good. That food is banging. I love Yamashiro.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they're getting some good eats. They're getting some really good eats.
Definitely were.
I have to say that it's really inspiring to hear your story and to know that, like, you literally have the world at your fingertips and you can be doing anything, but to be giving back to the community and to be so full of a giving spirit and so, you know, philanthropic, the way that you're doing it, it's really beautiful. And you're carrying the legacy of your father in the ways that he did the same. What do you think that your father would think now of all the work that you're doing for the community?
I thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
If I was, I would assume, obviously, and I would hope that he would be proud of the work that we have already done and have come so far. But I also know that he would ask me what's next, you know, and pushing me because there's more people that need help. So it's, you know, it's a never ending battle, and I don't really want to use that term, but there are people that need help. I'm in a position to help them. So here I am.
Okay.
And look, the most important thing is, Jazz, before you ask them this question, though, is knowing that you're only human as well, right? So even though we come from these certain families and your pops is probably the best to ever do it, you're still one human. But what I tell people is one human could make the biggest difference if they know their purpose. And that's what we learned about you today, and the world is going to learn. You know your purpose and you're living in your purpose, and that's amazing, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I have to ask you, what would you say is the greatest lesson that you received from your dad?
You know, there's so many nuggets there that are just so close to my heart that I feel like they're applicable at all times. But the one that is my guiding principle is that you never stop learning. You know, I graduated years now, and that doesn't mean that I stopped learning, you know. And my father also would say something along the lines of, the minute that you stop learning is the minute that you're going to start dying.
Woo, come on.
Man.
Come on, we can stop the show there. We don't need to say no more after that.
Ladies and gents, we found my replacement. I hate to say it, but goddamn, the man got gems.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I take that and I use it to interpret it as, you know, you have to keep your eyes open, especially when it comes to the philanthropy, and your ears and your hearts open. And you never stop learning as an individual, as a society, as a group. You're going to make mistakes, but you're going to have to dust yourself off and come back from it.
Love that.
I like that.
Well, your current program with Heal LA is also providing cooking classes to families in need in the Los Angeles area. So why is this so important program for you?
I'm so happy about this program because it's been a long time in the development for us for this project. And like I said, every program that we try to bring has an influence both from my father as a fatherly figure and also as a philanthropist and an entertainer. And something that he was very big on in my personal aspect as a father-son relationship was proper nutrition. And that really starts with learning what goes in your meals. So this is one of the reasons why we try to look at the pandemic, not as a positive thing, but we took this time to really realize how can we benefit the families most. And we came up with this virtual cooking class that we've partnered with Common Threads and Love Cafe. And I have my booklet right here. I want to show you guys. I'm very happy.
Wow. Yeah, show us that thing.
Families at the Laredo Elementary School in East LA, and they sign up for online Zoom class. They get this recipe book. It's very nice. Tonight they're doing a burrito bowl.
Wow.
Hold up, y'all.
Cool. Okay.
So
I need to sign up.
Let me show you what's really good, okay?
So their first meal was actually ratatouille, and that's something I've never cooked or something that I've actually never tried up until that point, but it encouraged me to try and cook. I'm not a very good chef, but it's a skill that I feel like I needed to know. It used to be taught in our school systems, but unfortunately it isn't anymore. So we're just here to help the youth of LA by providing access to extracurricular activities that they otherwise wouldn't really know about, and giving them a great, healthy meal in the process.
Yeah. Well, I know you say you're not really a big cook, but like, do you have any specialties? Is there one? Usually people have one thing.
Yeah.
Cook real good.
Sleeve, right.
This man Anton trying to take Prince's specialty.
It's gonna be burnt, whatever it is. It's just turn the fire all the way up, and I hope you like it blackened.
Okay, Cajun style. All right.
Period.
We can do Cajun style.
A lot of hot
With
sauce.
that for sure.
Wait, you said a lot of hot sauce? You eat hot sauce?
Oh, Anton, that's a no-go.
Anton, you're the only one, Anton.
Dang.
Doesn't like hot sauce.
You lost me at the hot sauce, bro.
Yeah.
You lost me. I had it for the first time like a couple months back, and you know, it ain't for me.
Sometimes it's just
Wow.
Y'all, we could yell at Anton about his hot sauce thing, and we will. Don't worry. We will cycle back to Anton. But something I want to say is I'm just so inspired listening to you, and I'm sure there's people in the audience are inspired as well by what you're doing, and I want to help, and I'm sure other people want to help in any way we can. So how do we do that?
Thank you. I mean, I appreciate that. There's multiple ways to help. The initiative behind the Heal Los Angeles Foundation and starting it as a student org was the idea that we can inspire another person, like-minded individual, to go out and take the initiative and do this program in their own hometown. There's also financial contributions that people can make via our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We do lives, and you can, donate there. We have a giving fuel that is attached on all of our socials as well that we can go there. And all donations are greatly accepted, and they all go towards our programming, which is the cooking class. We're hoping to have some more programs coming by the end of this year. And it's all for the benefit of the community. But if I can remind everybody one thing, especially of how you can help, is pay it forward.
Amen.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, Prince, we have to thank you so much for coming on the show and getting in the mix with us. So everyone, make sure that you head to our Instagram page and click the link in our bio for all the info on how you can donate to Heal LA. And make sure that you follow Prince on all social media to stay up to date on all the great work that he is doing. But thanks again, Prince, for getting in the mix.
Thank you, Prince.
Thank you. Truly.
And we'll be right back here on Foxhole, you guys.
Welcome back to the show. Now, before we move on, I just got to say happy birthday to our amazing showrunner, Jill King.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Queen.
Happy birthday
to you. We love
We
you,
can't
Jill.
all sing at one time. A Pisces queen, though. Please do not forget that.
Oh, but look, it's that time again for some celebrity news. That means we brought back our favorite reporter, baby. Please welcome the host of Leah's Lemonade, Miss Leah Henry. I gotta say that with my sexy voice. Welcome her back to the mix, baby.
Okay.
Leah, how you feeling tonight, baby girl?
Feeling good, y'all. I'm excited to be back. A lot going on. We got to get into it. So let's talk about it, child, because there's a lot of controversy going on in the church. Kirk Franklin is in hot water for a leaked recording. Now, Kirk's estranged son, Kerryon Franklin, took to social media to air out his father, who he claims mistreats him. In the video, you can hear the gospel star on a recorded phone conversation calling his son everything but a child of God. Now, after the audio hit several blogs, Kirk posted a video on social media explaining their toxic relationship, saying, "Recently, my son and I had an argument that he chose to record. I felt extremely disrespected in that conversation, and I lost my temper, and I said words that are not appropriate. I am sincerely sorry to you all. I sincerely apologize." Now, I need to know what y'all are thinking about this one, because let's be clear. Big Mama used to curse y'all out in front of the church, and nobody took away her Christian car. So,
Yeah. Could I say something real quick?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you focus.
Look, let me take off my damn glasses for this one, because I've been following this. Look, I think people think that if you're a successful person, that you're a perfect person. And that's not the case. And even with being a spiritual person, people think if you're spiritual, you're supposed to be perfect. And the one thing I know about being famous and being a celebrity, just because you go out there and you make a name for yourself, that doesn't mean that trickles down to everybody. And everybody has family problems, family drama. Imagine if we heard what you and your mom went through, what you and your dad went through, or what you and your brothers and sisters went through. So it's unfortunate, because I've been through this firsthand, where we all have problems and growing pains. And imagine if you recorded those moments and played them. Now they're there forever. Sometimes you're supposed to just argue and it's going to fade away the next day or 3 weeks or 3 months. But now we live in a social media day and age where we record each other and we're having these personal issues with the world, and it's not for the world. So it's unfortunate. I think Kirk could have handled it better, because as a parent and as a man in this position, he's teaching us how to deal with situations like this. But he's a human too at the end of the day. I'm just saying, if you heard me and my dad go at it sometimes, you'd be like, these two niggas this close. I had to use that because that's how it is. You'll be like, these dudes is that close to each other. Me and my dad go at it, but we love each other more than anybody on planet Earth. So this is just an unfortunate situation, because it sucks when all your family drama, you're dealing with it to the world, and all they have to do is comment on it. It sucks. Put my glasses back on. Put my glasses back on.
For one, y'all know, like, I'm like the ratchet one out the group. But
Zonnique, this is why I miss you so much. Let's get ratchet. Give us the real.
Get ratchet.
Let me just say, y'all, when I read that Kirk Franklin, was getting out his body, I was so anxious to find a video, because like I'm just like, oh, I just can't wait to hear Kirk Franklin like going off. Like, that's how I felt. And when I heard the video, I'm like, I love Kirk Franklin even more. I just feel like, like Romeo said, families have problems, like, and he's a person. Like, he's not just, a celebrity, people
he's not Jesus.
Yeah, like, people expect too much out of celebrities. They expect you to be perfect, like Romeo said. Like, so I was definitely into the video. I feel like we didn't even get to hear what his son was saying. We only heard Kirk's side. So there's no telling what the son said to make Kirk get like that. And I'm saying Kirk like I really know him. I feel like I know him now when I heard that video.
Well, my biggest thing was his son is 33 years old. So when he told his age, I said, at this point, you either need to go to therapy, or unfortunately, at your age, you have to leave the toxic situations alone. So for me, everybody knows I don't have the best relationship with my dad, but I still, and we've had some sensitive conversations, but I still would never go to the internet and tell our private family business and tarnish his legacy. I'm either going to go to therapy with him, or at 24, I'm going to say, you know what, we're toxic. Let's just go separate ways. So I feel like his son handled that very immaturely and very poorly, but I do hope that they can fix it, because, you know, nobody wins when the family's huge.
Okay.
Heard you, Jess. Heard you.
Also, too, I feel like we constantly put these gospel singers, these pastors, these preachers, these evangelicals to a pedestal that's unrealistic. And we forget that they are real people, that they're not holier than thou, you know, they're just like you and I. And so when you have moments like this, it should show you like those people are no different than you. They got the same problems that you got going on at home. So, you know, hopefully they work this out. You know, I really do feel bad for the child in this, because at the end of the day, he is a child. Even at 33, that's still, I consider that a child. Okay. I consider that a child. I'm like, you know, we don't know what he's had to go through in that family structure, in that home. So what if he really was going through it, and this was his only way for people to truly believe him and say, I'm living in a toxic environment. So I don't know. I'm not saying that's what it is, but I'm hoping that they can fix this.
But Tom, look, before we move on, you got to realize this is going through everyday life. They got kids where if you're not famous, this is going on every day. I just feel this sucks, because when you are famous, we want to bring it to the media and they want to use it as a story. And that's going to make it harder for that child and that parent to mend that relationship. But this is happening in real life every day. People acting like it's new. It's not new.
Facts.
They just famous.
Exactly. It's just put to a bigger audience. That's all.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is I'm hashtag can't cancel Kirk. Period. Ever. We ain't doing that. Okay, y'all. There's more drama going on in Hollywood, so let's get into it. So this is the news that shook everybody over the weekend. It seems like Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez. Can I say his name? Alex Rodriguez. Humped of 2021, as TMZ reported that the couple called it quits after their 4-year relationship. Now, several outlets said that the couple called it quits after a rumor swirled that A-Rod had been getting a little too friendly with Southern Charm star Madison LaCroix. Well, the couple put out a joint statement claiming that the reports were inaccurate and that they were working through some things. Meanwhile, J-Lo posted a video montage on social media to Sweetie's Pretty Bitch Freestyle with videos of herself and blog headlines about the breakup, seemingly trying to put the rumors to bed. Now, what do you guys think about this one? Because word at the lemonade stand is their relationship is hanging on by a thread.
Hey, I'm gonna let y'all take this one, because I ain't stepping in nobody's personal relationship. Take it.
Okay.
That my brother.
Let me just ask this one question. Why do people care? That's why do y'all care so much about if they're together or not? How does it affect you in any way, shape, or form?
I think people really were hoping that they would make it. They seem like the perfect couple, so I think that's why they. I felt like I was invested. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is a powerful."
There's no such.
I hope that
the key word there is they seem like a perfect couple. Yeah. That's the key word.
Yeah.
There's no such thing.
Well, I was gonna say y'all keeping it real cute, because like, let's take the celebrity out. Black folks look out their blinds to see if their neighbors are arguing in the streets. So while everybody's trying to be politically correct, we care.
Right.
I care. I was shook. I was texting people. So stop being cute about it. We care. It got everybody shook, and hopefully they can work it out, because we in their business.
Yeah. Well, I would say this: if they don't make it, I really hope that she gets back with Diddy. Like, I want to see.
Oh, let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
No.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Nah, Tom, look at me, Tom. Look at me in the eyes, okay?
I'm looking.
Look at me. You just made me want to bring up a point, my brother. Y'all seen, as soon as they said that lady was getting a divorce from her husband, how all them dudes start sliding in her DMs, even putting public little messages out there. His best friends, his homies saying, J-Lo, I'm ready.
No.
Crazy.
Always how it's always the homies. After you break up with the kid, it's always the homies.
I can't rock with that. Maybe this was a punk, like you said, Leah. This was a punk to see who's real and who's not. Maybe they playing everybody.
Back to the street. Okay. Listen.
We got any more tea? You got any more juicy tea?
J-Lo so bad, I'll date her.
Period.
Not Zoe saying she would date her.
I would.
Oh
Love
my
her.
God.
Oh, she's beautiful. I love her.
I can't.
Leah, take us to next break.
So-
I mean, take us. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Leah. I'm so ready to get into you, but actually, we have to take a break. But we have to thank you, Leah. Thank you for getting into the mix with us. I'm so glad that I got to be in the mix with you because I heard you've been shaking it up.
Yes.
And you know,
Yeah.
I had to come to the lemonade stand with you, and I love
Cheers,
it.
sis.
But keep it right here for more of the mix on Fox Soul.
Welcome back to the mix, y'all. So before we go, it's time to celebrate one beautiful Black queen in honor of National Women's Month. So this week, we have to give flowers to Miss Tiffany Haddish. She won a Grammy this weekend for Best Comedy Album. Now this is special for two reasons. First, she's only the 6th woman to win a Grammy in this category. And 2, she's only the 2nd Black woman to win. Whoopi Goldberg was the first Black woman to win in 1986. Congratulations, Queen Tiffany.
Yeah.
So proud of you. Listen, please keep playing the game. And you got an open invitation to come to the mix anytime you want.
Always. Okay.
All right. So, Zonnique, listen. I'm so glad you're back. I'm so glad we got that Pisces energy back on the show. And I think now we got a 6th co-host to the mix joining us. So,
baby.
is this the debut of Hunter right here?
Oh, well, see, this is the back of her head because she don't really like the camera for real.
Here we go, the back of the head. Here we go, the back of the head.
It's the back of the head. Like, she her mama child, y'all. She do not like the camera. I promise.
Oh, God. I thought we was going to see the beautiful Hunter.
Yeah, I did too.
She might be ready next week. I'm gonna get her dressed for y'all. So like she got on like her little onesie. She not ready for her debut today.
Zoe, my kind of mama. Zoe, my kind of mama.
All right, you guys. Well, that is our show today. Thanks again to Leah Henry for the celebrity tea. And we have to give a big special thank you to Prince Jackson for getting in the mix with us today. But make sure you guys head to our Instagram page at The Mix Fox Soul and click the link in our bio to learn how you can donate to his organization, Heal LA. But up next is the Tammy Mac Late Show. So keep it right here on Fox Soul, baby.
Right.